show here. It's the 7th of May. And there's my little buddy. Say hello. So we went ahead and complained to Meterland about the water pressure. And they said, not our problem. Talk to the people who handle the water. And I said, well, you built the house. You're the development corporation. It sounds like it's your problem. Nope, not our problem. So we had the dude from the water place come, and these people are really, really nice. We asked him to do a couple things about the light. That was put up today. We asked them about the dogs. Boom, they took care of it. Just like that. So that's pretty cool. So the dude comes over and he pulls the plug where the meter is, and he shows us a boatload of pressure. We got pressure out the wazoo. And he came in and said, it's the same problem. And our plumber was a joker. We already know that from him stubbing a pipe into the dirt. We already know he's no good. And Meterland should know that. And then the project manager that was here the other day, the big strapping boy, he even apologized to my wife saying it was his fault that he missed that. So apparently they missed something else in the water pipe. The dude told us, he said, it's not just us, it's a bunch of them in here. They improperly installed the water line going into the house. He showed us pressure blowing all the way across the street, tons of pressure. I mean, more than what we had over at Carmona. I'm serious. He shot that water all out. My wife took a video of it. A lot of pressure, tons of pressure. And I thought, okay, well, maybe it's my water filter that I had. Could be it. And I had taken that out. I had taken the filter part out of it and just screwed the thing back on, and it didn't make a bit of difference. So, that could be it. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep trying with this Meterland and see what's going on. I'll take the complete filter off and see if I got pressure there. Maybe the hole's not big enough. Could be something on that. But he said it's not us. It's a bunch of the houses. He said there's one house with good water here, with really good water pressure. And the rest of them, he said it was all improperly installed. He said when they're connecting these pipes up, they put too much glue and it restricts the flow. Now, how Meterland's going to fix that, I couldn't tell you, but this needs to get fixed. The other thing, I don't know if I put it in the video. I had a video that I was going to put up, but it was too long, so I went ahead and didn't put it up. But we had the dude was here about making the flanges for the air conditioner units. He's going to call us with a price. He came here, real nice dude. We asked him for a price on stainless, and we asked him for a price on regular metal. Now our air conditioners, the wall is 8 inches thick, and the air conditioner sticking outside is only going to be sticking out a few inches. Wasn't quite 4. Most of it sticks out in the front. But I wanted them the way that the air conditioner was. It's got these feet that stick down. Well, the back one's on an angle like this, and it is 8 inches to the bottom of the angle where my palm or my wrist is. So it doesn't sit in there right, okay? So I wanted him to make a L channel with stops on it so it can't fall outward, and then flanges on it, because what we did was we had it made bigger. Right now we're going to have these 0.6 horsepower units, and if they're not enough down the road, we can get bigger one, and it'll still fit in the hole. We made the hole so that the average one would fit up to a 1.5 horsepower. Well, we've got spaces on the top and the side, so he's going to make a flange, an L bracket flange on there to seal that up. And then what I'll do is I'll just run a couple screws in there just to hold it in place. So he's getting us the price on that, and that should be coming pretty quick. We don't know what we're going to do yet. I'd like to get some furniture in here, but we still got a lot of stuff to put away. We did that nice table there. That thing just really worked out well for us. The kids were eating on it already. It stores, it's easy, so we're pretty happy with that. But we're getting there. We did some running around today, my wife and I, and she got some things taken care of her bank where we can do money through it, so not a problem. We don't have to run all the way back to Carmona with her bank anyway. I'm having trouble with security. Every time I want to go withdraw money from security, every time I hit a security cash machine, even at their bank, it's like out of order or it's not working. So that's a real pain. Now you can use it at other ones, but that's so they can get their fees. And the lines, something else we noticed, the lines at the banks here are absolutely ridiculous. Every single time we went by a bank, the lines were way down the street. So that's not good. That is absolutely not good here. And we've hit different times. Now, today we wound up, we took just a little ride around after we did our thing. We stopped at the Super 8, and when we were in GMA, that was always a good cheap place to go for some of the Filipino stuff that we get. It's not an American store at all. It's strictly Filipino. But we got in there and just couldn't believe the high prices. I bought a few San Mig light cans of beer for 31 pesos each. We got over to there, it was 46 pesos, so 15 pesos more a can. That to me was just high prices. We looked at bacon. Oh my goodness, it was like 80 pesos more for a little thing of bacon. Just ridiculous prices. And so we just got out of there. So we drove around, kind of got ourselves lost, had to turn around a couple times, and then we went out. I can't remember the name of the town. We just drove straight out, but we found my son's 16-inch inner tube at this bike shop. Also, we got Mumu's bicycle for his birthday. Attaboy. And we do, what we do is we do one birthday present. We don't do this lavish gifts. If other people want to give the kids a gift, that's their business. But my wife and I, we pool together and we buy one gift. Maddie got his car. We ask him what they want. We're not going to buy all kinds of stuff on birthdays. And we have a budget. We don't spend too much. Well, we wound up getting Mumu a really cool bike. Let's set this over here and I'll show it to you. It's kind of one of them wild handlebar ones, but he's getting the hang of driving it. But that was it right there, and he was riding that thing all around today. So we just give it to him. We got it. We found it today. We got a good price on it, so we just give it to him today. The same way with Matty when he got his car. He got it early because it came. One of the things, though, that happened bad here right off the bat was I ordered some stuff from Lazada, and it came and said it was delivered today, and they had the name of the thing but no signature signed for, and guess what? It never came. Nobody ever got it. Said it was delivered at 3 o'clock. They never delivered squat here. So I don't know what the deal is. And there was no signature saying it was delivered. And my stuff I ordered from them before, from our regular guy, never got delivered. And I even complained to the driver. And I'd been fighting with Lazada for months. One of the orders was January. They owe me $40. Haven't gotten it back yet. Still fighting with them. There's that thing, by the way. He had water squirting out of here like crazy, guys. It was just unbelievable how much water he had. So we got a problem with Lazada. But I got Matty's bicycle. We got his tires fixed up. Everybody's aired up good. They were riding all around. We were looking at a bicycle for my wife. I found one. I don't like these ones that have the derailleur. They're just nothing but a hassle to me. I found a bike on Lazada that was looked pretty nice. I got one before that was El Cheapo and broke, and then this one's a little bit more pricey. It's a regular brand. It's not one of these crazy ones, and it's got a 5-speed internal hub, and it's a commuter. It's one of these, like a comfort bike. I don't like these. These leaned forward racers or these stupid mountain bikes where your arms are sideways. I want something that I can just sit back and just cruise. I'm not in a big hurry. I just want to go around and ride with the kids to the end of the development and back. They love to ride their bikes. Mumu's getting the hang of that bike. The way he rode this little one, he rides this one really good. I mean, he keeps up with the kids with no pedals. He loves this thing, but it's going to take him a while to get the hang of that one. I didn't take the training wheels off. because he can't really scoot with his feet. He'll hit the pedals. So we'll get the hang of that. But we do have a beautiful day. I took the video this morning of the nice clouds, but they still haven't gotten rid of this. I don't know, but there's the street light they put up. Hope you can see that. They put us a street light up, and but everybody's doing really good today. We after we got back, we went and took upstairs and took a nice nap. Excuse me, but and we had a good lunch. We just stopped and got some chicken. We stopped at Andox. I said, let's just get some Andox. We all like that. So we gorged on some Andox chicken, and then it wasn't much after, maybe an hour later, we all said, well, we were all looking sleepy, so we all just went up, piled into bed, and crashed. Even Grandma, we just all crashed today. Got up a little while, thought I'd make you a quick video and let you know. It seems like Demeterland wants to pass the buck. And I am going to take this, I'm going to do my thing first before I really push it. I'm going to take it off of this thing. I put this water filtration thing in here, and I'm going to go ahead. Now it's all wrapped. I don't know what it's tied with, but that maybe the holes aren't big enough. I'll get in there and take it apart and make sure after tomorrow, after we get all our showers and stuff, I'll do that in the morning. Shut the water off and do it. This valve is a good valve they have in there. It completely shuts the water off, so there's no worries on that. And we just got to get her. We got to get her going. We have to get some water pressure in here. I want to shower, and we'll try to get this up and going and see what old Demeterland says. I just don't like, it seems like now that it's done, they make snide remarks. I just don't like the way they're handling it. The one girl just refuses just to reply. She thinks I'm this big rotten guy because I complain when they don't do things right. Even the project manager dude, well, he should have caught this thing instead of smashing my concrete up. I'm glad they fixed it, don't get me wrong, but this should have never happened in the first place. I worked construction jobs my whole life, and we were all union tradesmen, and we worked with each other. We did. We didn't. If we seen something that wasn't right with somebody else, we'd let them know. We just all, so that we could get the job done. Because when you get your jobs done early, you get bonuses. You get big bonuses. I ran when I was in California. They brought me in because there was a bunch of guys out there that were commercial and industrial electricians, but there wasn't too many residential. That's all handled by these Mexican guys, and they do really inferior work. Well, when I got to California, he says, "Oh, you got some residential? We're doing a 2-phase 81 unit residential." It was like apartment things, but it was federal government money and state money and stuff. So prevailing wage. I'll run that. And we got out there and ran that job. And and my crew, they had no idea. They didn't know how to do things. They just, because it was residential. I had the code book. There were a couple special codes for the area, but I saw the inspector and talked to him, and he said, okay, here's something you have to do. Here's something, because they didn't want you drilling into the wood the same way that we did when I was in the Midwest. So I asked him what was their specs and all this. So it seemed odd to me, instead of drilling like 1 1/4 hole and running all our wires through to the panel, we had to drill single little tiny 3/4 inch holes, which I thought would weaken it just the same. But that's what he had us do, and that was about the only change. There was no other change with the wiring or anything, and we actually had that job done months ahead of schedule. The first phase was supposed to be a year. And I'm looking at this thinking, a year? If the carpenters are done, it's under roof, it ain't going to take no year. We'll have this thing roughed in a couple weeks. And they were like, oh, no, no, it's not going to go that fast. I said, well, you're the one who told me you don't have any residential guys here. And I'm telling you, it's going to be done, and you give me the guys, I'll get her done. And so we had the thing done months and months beforehand. And then what happened was, And this is a $5,000 a day fine if it's not done on time. We got completely done. We were completely done with the thing, and they had security around this place, and it was a fenced-in, gated-type community thing. And they came in, and it was a deal with the security guard. They came in, and I'm not kidding you. They stole toilets. They stole all the breakers out of our panel. They cut our wire. They cut all the wire out of the panels right at the thing. Oh, it was just horrible. And this was all MC cable that was put in it was required that it be MC cable, not Romex, since it was Section 8 housing. And we had to get in there and re-pull this whole thing, and we still finished the job before the deadline. So that was a great bonus. But then when it came down to the second phase, I just bowed out. I said, I'm not going to keep coming over here. Going to do these places. These federal government and state money comes in and says we're going to build these fantastic places, and they just trash them. We actually, when I was starting on the second phase, we got into one where the dude, they said they had a problem with the electrical on the kitchen sink, and I went inside of this place. They'd only been living there for a month, and it was the most filthy shithole you've ever seen. The dude was changing motor oil for a living, and he was just dumping it all over the floor. These places had no basements. It was just filled with roaches already and just filthy. It was the most disgusting place you ever seen. And that's what I always said. I'm going to do a video here on what I think about welfare, the next one I do. But, it just was, they don't pay for it, so they're not going to take care of it. But we paid for this. We plan on taking care of this, and I sure hope we get some water going soon. And feeling better. The back's not hurting too bad today. A little bit of problem in the leg yet. But kids are having a blast. They're actually out riding the bikes again, a couple of them. They're Maddie's over there, Grandma and them, they're walking again. So the sun kind of was real hot earlier. It was super hot earlier, and now it's kind of mild down a little bit, so that's kind of cool. They're decided to get up and walk a little bit. But it was baking today. This was the first day that we were here when I was out in the sun that you could really feel the sun bake you. It was something else. So, but we're going to try to get some things done. We actually looked too for a canopy thing here that we could put over. I might have to build one. We want to do the same thing for this upper deck here, so we can put our coffee pot out. And in the mornings when we get up, we have that real nice electric, that dowel thing. I know I'm getting kind of long, but I wanted to show you this. This thing right here, if you ever see one and want one, it is absolutely fantastic. We bought this. It's a little electric water heater. It's made by Dowel, and it just sits on that little platform. You can fill it up. It's got that water heated so fast, it isn't funny. So that tells me it's efficient, and it just does a great job. It's not a Hanabishi, so it hasn't exploded and burned my house to the ground. So I know we saw Hanabishi ones in there too, and I said, sweetie, don't look at them. But this one here was a better deal anyway. It was. I saw it and told her I want to get it, but we'll wait till we move. And then I was in the grocery store, and they had them sitting up here and said, if your receipt is over 15,000 peso, you get this thing for half off. And it was already the cheapest price in that store, because I price everything. When we go around, we don't just always buy. We start pricing and mark it down. We have a little price book, and so it was like super cheap. We go in the grocery store. We usually spend 20,000. That's just a normal big grocery shopping month. And then we go back, through the weeks. Hey, handsome, woohoo! There's the boys. Hey, Mr. Waterspout. See, he goes on that one. But so we got it, and we had to go outside of the store. This is SM Market at Walter Mart, and then you had to go out and present your receipt, and then they handed it to you. It's the same way I got my boy's bike. I got his bike. If you bought this Nido milk, with all its vitamins and minerals in it, which we don't use, but if you buy 5 of those, you got the bike for free, and you had to take the receipt out to their little courtesy center, and they gave him the bike. And we give this stuff away. When we were in Carmona, we knew people in GMA that were, they don't make a lot of money. Husband's a tricycle driver, or maybe he's a construction worker. And guys, these construction workers don't make crap. They just don't. If you look at some of them live here in little shacks that they build on the jobs. We've seen that over in Carmona too. They'll build a little wooden shack. They're working on a house over by Carmona. It looks like it's going to take a few months because they're putting up a huge wall. They're going to put the balconies are all going to become second floors. I was talking to the guy before we moved, and so across the road up against the wall, they built the shack, and they run temporary electric so those guys could live there. And this is what they do. This is what these construction guys do. So, but here I go again. I'm going to go ahead and let you go. There's my beautiful boy, can you say? Rickshaw out. And you guys don't forget to pray for each other. We're trying to do our best not to stress on all this, but we will look into this water ourselves before I push the issue on this. But it's house-wide. The water guy, he just said everybody's complaining about it. Even the guy down here complained to me. And it's not them. I couldn't believe how much pressure was coming out of there. I'm going to see if I can get my wife to send me that, and I'll put the link of the video of the water spraying out here, because it was coming out really good, and it was a lot of pressure. You couldn't put your finger over it and hold it. You just couldn't do it. It was just too much pressure. And here, when I come into my very first faucet, I can put my finger over it and stop the water from coming out. So this is Rick Shaw. Don't forget to pray for each other, and I'm out.